Okay, welcome everybody. Our project is not really called The Big Idea in a Small Presentation, but we thought that was really catchy. And so I'm Dr. Pallock, or Linda Pallock.
My name is Richard Wood. I'm an associate professor of practice here at the Norton School. And in a previous life, I worked in a lot of social service agencies, including being the interim director of the Pima County Juvenile Court Center. So both Linda and I have had a lot of, quote, real world experience in this area.
And I'll just add to that I worked on a number of different longitudinal studies and did evaluation research, and then also worked in the social service field. So our big idea. So we think that the Norton School should develop, implement, and support our proposed FSHD, the Francis McCullen Institute for Children, Youth, and Families, the Social Service Certificate Program. And this would be for undergraduate students and as well as community practitioners. So a lot of our students are undergraduate FSHD students. About 68% of them do not go to graduate school right away. Instead, they get jobs. And a lot of the jobs that they get, they actually start out in a lot of social service agencies. And so one of the things that we did to gauge interest in a program that would look at social services is that we surveyed undergraduate in the beginning parts. So undergraduate, like first year students in FSHD about their interest and whether or not that they would be interested in such a program that looked at nonprofits and program evaluation and whether that would be something they were interested in. And 80% of them reported that they would be interested. So we feel like there's definitely a need. And then for practitioners, so people within the community, there's a need to develop skills in like the nuts and bolts of social service agency operations. And so we were thinking that we could also serve people who are already out in the community and then help them learn more about like the processes and program evaluations, things that they may not have gotten beforehand. And I know you talked with the board, so I'm going to let you talk about that.
Okay, great. I had an opportunity to go to the McClellan Community Board and talk to some of the practitioners there. And Dr. Schindler is here today as well. And he and I discussed this idea, and there seemed to be some interest and agreement. And there were some of the comments around the table were that they would like to have something that they could send their employees to learn some of these things. So let's look at the plan. Oh, that's great. Okay. First off, as the previous speaker talked about, is adapting to different modalities. And so the content of this material would be delivered in seminars. It could be traditional classrooms, weekend seminars, some internet stuff for people that are practitioners in the community itself. And briefly, these are the elements of social service that are often challenges to keep organizations running. And again, all of these would be dynamic: mission statements, logic models, continued needs assessment, evidence-based practice as it evolves, organizational charts and management, client program flow chart, a systems approach there, program budgets, funding, and program evaluation. So implementation, initial staffing, we know that there's at least 3 people on staff already who are familiar with these topics. The starting cost would be about $140,000 a year, and we would hope this would be sustainable over time with RCM and community people that would pay for this fee. Really quickly, the advantages of doing this is it expands the opportunities for students. It also meets a need for practitioners in the community. In our research, we haven't found anything similar to this. It meets the needs of the community, and our hope would be the more educated, more sophisticated people working in social service agencies, the better outcome totally. We would, hopefully, this would enhance the credibility of the Norton School and the McClellan Institute, because the big idea here is that we get the seed and we offer this to the entire southern Arizona, and hopefully that would permeate to the state of Arizona. So the point is, vote often and vote for fun.